Hello, Bigfoot enthusiasts. Scott here from Squatch America.
And Hannah, Scott's personal barista.
Yep. Mocha. Okay. Well, we have an interesting show for you tonight. If you had a chance, we had a premiere go up on the channel this morning about the top 10 videos on the internet that may or may not be real.
The top 10 in your opinion.
In my humble opinion. But so we're going to be going,
we'll go with it.
We're going to be going through those tonight. So stay tuned. All right. Well, welcome to the show. And I want to say hi, Pink. I'm glad you made it today.
We missed you last week.
Missed you last week. And Judy from Arkansas. Welcome.
Dora's back.
Hi. Oh, hi, Dora. So.
Where's our cursor?
I'm driving. Okay.
Okay.
It's right here. What did you need?
I wanted nothing.
Okay. All right. So let's get into this. I got quite a few videos to show you, and I hope all the tech works tonight. So actually, we need to go there. So as we get into this, first, if you haven't, please subscribe, like, and share this video.
Super important.
Super important that you do that. Subscribe, like, and share.
Share the bloody blue blippy out of it because
what?
We did some experimentation.
Yes, I did some experimentation this morning, and like I suspected, YouTube has shadow banned us for something because I put the video up, like I told you this morning, on YouTube. And last time I checked, it was like 37 views. We used to get hundreds and thousands. But I also simultaneously put it up on BitChute, and within the first hour, we had 100 views. So,
and how did Rumble do?
I didn't check it. Okay. So, anywho, that's how that goes. So, let's get into our first video. Now, this video was filmed, and I have to preface this a little bit. Somebody took a camera, attached it to his dog, and they were hiking through the woods. So here's the video, and I don't think we have audio for this, but we're just going to talk through it. So did you get that quick little glimpse of the creature walking in front of the dog and into the woods? So there it is. We're going to zoom in on it a little bit. So this is very interesting. If you, on my big screen where I got it blown up right now, there's a couple things about this video that kind of bothers me. And I can show you. Oh, you can see my cursor. Cool. This looks like a jacket. Can you see that? You can see the back of the jacket right there. And also, often in the distance, this white thing here looks like a propane tank or something like that.
Oh, there's a house right there.
There's a house right here. And thirdly,
why isn't the dog going bat crap crazy?
You got it. Why isn't the dog going nuts? So, upon further review, I'm kind of leaning this one to not quite real.
So, well, why did you include it? What was it about it that had
well, these are included, and I want to say this is because These are some of the most popular ones on the internet that people share all the time. So when you go on YouTube and you type in real Bigfoot videos, boom, these are ones that are coming up. So that's why I included all these, and that's why in the video I did this morning, I said, I'm gonna open the window. Get a little hot in here. Okay. I said that may or may not be true.
Pink would like to know, why does it look like a bear walking? Are you talking about the figure that's going into the trees or the dog? Because honestly,
the dog looks a lot like a bear.
Yeah, my first comment was, is that a bear? What is that? Is that a bear? And then he says, no, that's a dog. And it has a GoPro on the dog. I went, oh.
Oh, okay. So, shall we go on to the next?
Sure.
Number 9. Now, this one was taken up in the mountains, of course, by, I believe, a lumber crew. And I'm almost sure it was in Washington State, but I don't have any verification on where it was taken. But I believe the rumors are it's in Washington State. So if you zoom in on this one and take a good look at it, this is very interesting. Because if you go back in the video, you can see where the thing took a step down into a deep hole that's in the ground there. And it stepped down in this hole, which, judging by the stumps and stuff around in the area, this thing's got to be 6 or 7 at least. I can't verify that, but 6 or 7 feet tall. And it goes down to almost its chest when it steps in that hole, and it stepped in there like it was nothing. Most people would have jumped or climbed down into that hole. This thing stepped one step into that hole.
That would indicate some very long legs.
Yes. And secondly, you can see the stretch of the legs. Oh my gosh, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
The gait. What's the word for
the stride?
The stride. That's the word. My personal. Why are you being so quiet tonight? I think I know why. We got a bad comment the other day.
You weren't going to talk about this.
I wasn't going to.
I was just going to let you have all the edgewise.
No.
And we'd be done in 15 minutes.
No, I love you. Come on, get into this. All right.
Well, I thought just the base, if you back up a little bit, you can see how he's standing, and just the shape of the legs is not it's not how a human moves. So yeah. But show them.
There. Now here's where you can see it step into that hole.
And see, yeah.
Boom.
And see the way that when he takes a step and the back leg kicks straight back at the knee, so that foot is pointing straight down to the ground. We don't walk like that.
No, we don't.
I mean, now sometimes in my aerobics, I jog like that, but it usually ends up with me falling down and breaking something. So I try not to do that a whole lot. Anyway.
So in case you're wondering what the comment was, do you want to talk about the comment?
Oh, for crying out loud. Someone with no sense of humor, obviously has never watched the Lucy show, said, let the man have a word in edgewise. Well, if you knew anything about our marriage, you know that doesn't happen anyway.
No, it doesn't.
And we've made it almost a quarter of a century. So there.
Yeah. So I'm going with that.
I probably just really sorely offended someone.
Probably. Oh, well. So
that is a sense of humor.
Now we go to number 8. Which we all know this one.
Oh, yeah. This is like my favorite.
Why did it stop playing? There we go.
No, that's not my favorite.
No. This is the Freeman film.
This is from right where we live. Lived. So one of the most famous blob squatches in the world.
Yep. Because this is actually taken with an old, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was put out by Panasonic, but it was an S video, those little cartridges. camera, so it was on video. So
those cartridges.
The S video cartridges. It was the first digital cameras, but it wasn't the greatest.
Wasn't much better than analog.
Right, it wasn't. So this one's been analyzed to death, and like I said, this was taken in our backyard. Where I took my photo, the Bigfoot was 15 miles from where
we
this
go
was
camping
taken.
there we used to go camping there all the time.
Yes, and we're headed back there soon. So anyway, one of the things about this one that was very interesting is that if you to draw the line across the head while it was walking, it doesn't bob while it walks, and it has the right stride and shape.
And human beings bob like blondes.
Yep.
I can say that because I am one.
So, yep. So anyway, so I'm leaning this one real too. Number 7. This one's really interesting. If you look down the river, did you catch that? Now it's going to zoom in and do it in slow motion here for you.
I like the guy's response.
So the guy actually sees it. Oops. And he stops his vehicle. Like I said, it's kind of blurry, so you're never going to get a really good shot of it.
That's because they blur out when you point a camera at them.
Well, once again, this is a while ago, probably taken with a VHS.
Well, I thought that was part of their supernatural powers.
Yeah. So, about this, if you take a look at it, it's hard. This is one that's kind of out there. Some people said it was a guy in a ghillie suit. But what's interesting to me, this thing is walking across the river. And it gets across this river in about 4 strides.
Yeah.
And
the water doesn't even provide resistance to it.
Right. And if you notice,
this guy about falls off his ATV.
Yeah. It shocked the dude. So if I had to guess, I would guess yes, but I would hold judgment. I wouldn't stake my life on it. Let's put it that way.
Well, we don't stake our life on really any of these.
No. Well, a couple of them I do.
Freeman being one.
Freeman. So there we go. The Bigfoot walking. All right, number 6. This is
my favorite. Looks like a freaking gorilla. I mean, just gorilla.
I believe this is called the Independence Day. The video. Am I right there? Somebody fix me if I'm wrong.
What is it? What is it carrying? Look at that. That's why it's my favorite. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
What is it carrying?
Mm-hmm.
And again, you've got the feet moving. Then that. See.
Okay. So here's a close-up of it. Now, this is one that is really clear for a Bigfoot video.
It's got a BB.
Mm-hmm.
And it's giving you the get the F away from me look on that blurry face.
This one has a lot of detail. I'm going to back it up to the zoomed out part. So it walks behind the log or the rock. I'm sorry. I can't tell the difference.
It picks up the
it
baby.
Picks up the baby. Now, there's a couple times you see where the baby almost kind of pulls away from it, and then it pulls it back in, and the baby turns its head a couple of times. So, hey, Dale. Anyway.
And Denise.
So, this one here, if you look, the baby, and then the other thing I really like about this actually is the way it walks. It walks like a Bigfoot. Notice no bouncy when it's walking.
And those heels are going straight up.
And the heels are going straight up. This is an excellent video. Some people complain that this one's too clear.
She didn't turn on her squatching power or her blurry powers enough.
I know.
And look at that bum in relationship to
Yeah.
the rest of it. That's not a human bum. That's not. Oh, stop that because. Oh, stop that. We're not ready for that one.
Okay.
That bum is way too big. The trunk is too big. There is not a human in a suit that's going to look like that. I am a human, and I can tell you that even at my heaviest, my body didn't look like that. And a suit would not have made it look like that.
Right.
And the way that the bum is so far out from the legs, it's like the legs are in a completely different frame. I'm kind of bum obsessed, I guess.
So anyway.
But it just...
So you're saying Bigfoot got back, or whatever they say.
I like
What do
big
the kids
bums,
say?
and I cannot lie.
Anyway, another one too is the neck. You notice when it turns its head,
Yep.
it kind of tilts its body a little bit
And
when
the
it
eye,
turns its head.
it's got that conical head and the deep set eyes. You can see that when it looks at the camera, and it knows it's being watched. I swear it does. Where the
Okay.
baby's hand goes looks like Velcro.
Oops, wrong one. Did I do that wrong? Oh, it jumped up on me.
There.
So Patrick said,
The one spot on the chest where the baby's hand goes looks like Velcro to me.
okay,
Could be a Muppet.
let's back it up and look. Oh, I see what you're saying. That little white spot right there on the shoulder.
And it's like that arm doesn't move.
Right. I see what you're saying. So,
Stop it. You can't go forward yet.
So, yeah, I do see that little white spot. Whether it's the back of the baby's hand, there's no hair on it, or like you said, it could be Velcro. But if it was on top of it, it's Velcroing something down, it should cover it up, I'm thinking. So,
And the way that baby pulls away, just like a toddler that doesn't want to leave its friends yet. And they try to pick up a toddler that doesn't want to be picked up. And they're pulling away and throwing a fit.
but when you first see it, pick it up, the baby's moving around and stuff. Now, I can say, having a background in theater and magic and stuff, is the way it's holding the baby. It's kind of natural for a human, but it's also very easy to set that up to puppet the baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
Like those full body Muppets.
yeah, like the full body Muppets, where you got a fake arm attached to the baby. Your arm is up in the baby moving it, and it looks like your arm's around it, but it's not. Somebody said this one was proven a hoax. It could very well be.
I think I remember hearing that somewhere.
Yeah. Well, when things are too good to be true.
Okay, stop. Do we want to get to this? I guess not.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We're going to take a little break real quick on our videos. And for this commercial message, okay, we want to talk about this first.
Oh, yes. Yes, please go to patreon.com/SquatchAmerica to, I am not in the camera, to support us on Patreon. You can support us for either $3 or $5 a month. And let me tell you, this month, our Patreons helped us through a really tight spot. So thank you, those of you who send us that coffee's worth of cash every month. You are very much appreciated. We did have our Friday night chat last Friday, but nobody came.
I was sad.
I went to bed. I was really tired that night, I'll be honest.
So there's that. And now we want to talk about something very interesting.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first
Commercial.
actual commercial.
Yes. Have you seen the news lately?
Oh, you're supposed to read that
Dear
dramatically.
God, the world is falling apart. All you have to do is watch the news. Every day, another shocking headline makes you wonder what tomorrow will bring and makes you want to drink a little more. And that's why those who know what's coming are using today to prepare. we are talking about getting your family some high quality emergency food from My Patriot Supply. If you don't know what we're talking about, we are talking about making sure that you have got food to get you and your family through an emergency where there might not be any food. And let me just give a case in point. We went to Walmart today to go shopping, and like the shelves were literally bare. And what was on the shelves was jacked up so high, I spent over $20 for 4.5 pounds of ground beef. A cart that would have cost us $100 a year ago cost almost $200 today. So if we get to a point where supplies are just not there, we are really confident knowing that we have got several months worth of emergency food stored, and we can access it at any time.
All right. So I just want to throw in here, before we became affiliate sponsored affiliates by My Patriot Supply, which is our first one ever. I think our first affiliate sponsorship. Anyway, we actually own.
We bought this.
We bought this a long time ago.
We bought this at the onset of the pandemic, and just to make sure that we always had nourishment. So and we've tried, and we've used it. It's not horrible. It's not like the what is that? What is the backpacking food that you just kind of choke down? Like the Bimart brand.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
this is a lot better than
yeah,
that.
this is really high quality food. My Patriot Supply is the nation's leading preparedness company. They've been in business going on 14 years now, and they've served millions of American families. All their kits have meals designed to give you more than 2,000 calories a day. So actually, we could, between the two of us, we could use, we could use 2 kits to get us together through 3 days, because we don't eat 2,000 calories a day. At least I don't. Yep. Anyway, the food stays fresh for up to 25 years in proper storage, so it will be there when you need it. Other food goes bad fast. I know that too, because we keep buying fresh fruit, and it's going to the fruit fly. So don't wait. Visit our affiliate link below to stock up now. Don't wait. Do it today. Make sure you're prepared for whatever is coming.
There we go. Our first commercial. We got through it barely. Okay. And
I don't like that script. I'm going to do my own thing next time.
And as always, you can go to Squatch America, click on our branded t-shirts and our other branded merch. And
why don't you pull those up so people
I can't.
Can
this
see
is
them.
the picture. This isn't the actual website.
Oh, it's the picture. Yes, click on one of those. We have hats. We have shirts. We have coffee mugs like this, only with our logo on it. We really do need to get some of those for display purposes.
All right. And also, we are going to say congratulations to Renee.
Oh,
she had
another grandbaby
today. So grats.
Dora, if you're hungry, go to our affiliate link below and buy some My Patriot Supply food stores right now.
There we go.
And they usually have some kind of deal going on. So,
all right. So we're going to jump back into the videos here.
There we go.
There we go.
Number 5.
Number 5. Play. Now this one's really interesting. Family were out shooting. Did you see that? Did you see that? Hannah didn't see it.
I saw it. I know exactly where it was. Biggest leg strides I have ever seen.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes me think this one's pretty good, because look at that stride length. That is, people don't run like that. Usually when we put our feet down, it's nearly in line with our bodies, not way stretched out like that. Even though this is going over some rough terrain. Another thing about it is how fast this thing is. How fast it runs by. We're going to watch it again here.
It covers that little gully in 2 steps.
Like 2 steps. So this is another one that I would like lean towards yes on this one. just because of the stride length and the way it ran. So, number 4. This one's hard. Because whoever was filming it couldn't keep it in frame. And that was another problem. But there's one thing that this one really interested me is it stands up and walks into the woods. Bears don't do that. And secondly,
I hate to tell you this, honey, but at that, from this distance and that frame, it kind of looks like a cockroach human.
Yeah, that's it. It's Mothman.
Oh yeah. Look at the back. It's
no. But what I think it's really interesting is the red color, how red it is.
It's like a cockroach.
Like a cockroach. All right, so Hannah dubbed this the giant cockroach.
Yes, when I was in Atlanta, there was a cockroach that was sharing the elevator with me, and it was about that size and that color. It was all I could do not to be mugged by it.
Uh-huh. So, I don't know. That one was kind of iffy. That was supposed to be in Canada also. So our Bigfoot raid in Canada, quite possibly. We hear all colors reported.
Do they have redheads in Canada?
Yeah,
but they have red Bigfoot then.
They got red Bigfoot then. What's human redheads and Bigfoot have?
In common?
No.
They're a recessive gene.
Apples and oranges, I think.
Oh.
You're talking about humans and Bigfoot. Unless you're insisting there's, inbreeding.
No, it's just like that Dr. Meldrum explained to that little girl at the conference.
Whoa,
that was not right. You're back at the beginning.
I know, I messed everything up. I'm good at that. Oh, look, I nailed it.
That was the last one we watched.
I know, I just walked into the woods, which is very interesting, though. I think it's cool that it did stand up and walk into the woods. I'm guessing, this is one that I would say, oh, wait. Papa Craig says
Nana saw one
that color. That's awesome.
And Oregon is pretty darn close to Canada. It's part of the same mountain area.
Yep. So, of course, Papa, I have a theory about that too. If you look at a map, the Rockies come down through Canada and then goes down to New Mexico. But there's one mountain range that connects the two, and that's the Blue Mountains, right?
And it connects the Rockies with what?
With the Cascades, which goes down into Bluff Creek, California, and the Patty world. So I think that's a natural corridor. We get Canadian Bigfoot traveling through there. So,
well, now they can't come in without, Yeah.
Now they need a passport, but
and proof of certain things.
Yeah.
So sorry, Bigfoot. All right, it's your favorite.
Yep.
Oh, this has caused us so much grief.
Oh wait, I'm not showing them. So number, I got to get back. Okay. Back here we go. So this one's number 3. We've done a whole show on this one.
And more grief have we never had over a freaking Bigfoot sighting.
Yeah.
I am still inclined to say this one is real because of the speed and the way the legs are moving.
Yeah.
And again, there's the big bum.
Right. So this one, like I said, if you want to go back, you can look.
You can see parts.
Oh yeah, and Hannah thinks you can see the parts if you get a big screen like we're looking at. But so this one, of course, has had a lot of back and forth. Dale and I and Hannah and Denise have spent a couple days driving around the mountains up there trying to find this spot.
By Lake Sislodopsis.
By Lake Sislodopsis in Maine. In fact, we went out just the other day and drove around one more time to see if we can find it before we take off. And we have not found this location yet.
But we did get to see a great truck pull.
Yeah. So, yeah, we couldn't find the spot, so we went out and
Went to a truck pull.
went to a truck pull. Way fun. Anyway, so this one I'm still leaning yes, because there's a lot of features in here that tells me it's not a suit. Mainly the fact that I have broken this down frame by frame and looked at every single frame. I drew the line across the head to see if it was bouncing when it was running. It wasn't.
Muscle tone
and stuff. So it's very, this one I'd have to lean towards yes. So if you want to see that again, here we go.
And if you didn't see our show on this, the guys in there were obviously unaware of what was going on based on their conversation about inappropriate things.
Right. So you can go back later on when this is posted. I'll put a card up for it. So number 2, this is another controversial one that's been around. Now, to give a little preface, this was a, I don't know if it was a Forest Service cam or just a person doing it, but somebody had put a camera on a eagle's nest that had babies in it, and they were streaming it live on the internet so you could watch the eagle, raising its babies and stuff 24/7. Somebody watching the video feed saw something walking below the eagle's nest, and this is what they saw. So where this circle is where the eagle's nest actually is, and they were just pointing out below it.
It was in the periphery of
it. Yeah. So again, all black, all one color. How many people go into the woods in all one color? Unless it's hunting season, you got a ghillie suit on. And normally ghillie suits are green, not black.
And where do eagles usually build their nests? How high up do they build their nests? What kind of terrain do they build their nests in?
Well, their nest is usually the highest point they can get.
So this is probably not frequented by humans very much.
No.
So you've got a non-people-y area.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to back up, and you can see it walking. If you watch the
top
up in the corner up here,
top right corner, you'll see it.
You'll see it.
And it's just kind of lumbering along.
Uh-huh. So this one here, I'm kind of leaning towards yes, but there are some problems with it. And my problem would be, and this is the whole thing with Bigfoot research and hoaxing and all this stuff. I mean, this is one of the, and I call it a science. It's a science. This is one of the sciences that people try to fool you. I mean, how many rocket scientists have people making fake rockets to, it's just weird, that, and that's why a lot of real scientists, educated anthropologists, biologists won't get into the studying this is because of the hoaxing. So the only thing that gives me pause on this one is because I think that somebody knew that camera was there. I mean, it was on the internet. Granted, it'd be kind of hard to figure out where exactly it was, But you could have thought, well, there's an eagle's nest up there. Let's put on a Bigfoot costume and walk under it and see what'll happen.
That's a possibility. It's a possibility with any of these.
Yeah, with any of them, really. But
well, you're talking about science, real science, and the whole point of science is to disprove a hypothesis.
exactly.
Should never ever go, and I've got enough research-based degrees. I can say this with absolute clarity, probably more clarity than you'll hear anywhere else, that you never go into real research trying to prove your point. You always try to disprove it. Disprove. And when you've disproved everything you can, what's left over is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really, that's how I evaluate everything in life, Bigfoot and everything. Once we can disprove everything, then we see what's left to look at.
Mm-hmm. And if you hear the rumble in the background, it's raining because we're in Maine, and that's what it does.
Yeah.
All the time.
And yes, Pink, we are still in Maine, but we're leaving on Monday. God willing, and the creek don't rise.
Yes. We're headed out Monday. So, number 1, guess what it is? Huh? Take a wild guess. Huh? Anyone in the chat? All right.
There's only one. It can be possibly.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
not it.
That's not it. I just ruined my entire life.
Holy cow. That's not it either. Oh, goodness.
I know what I'm doing. I got this. All right. Here we go. After I got done messing everything up again, clicking willy-nilly.
Okay. Number 1.
Here
yeah, everybody knows.
Oh, that's what happened.
What happened?
I'm not sharing my screen anymore. There we go. And here we go. Number 1. Yes, of course you guessed it. It had to be Patty.
The Bigfoot with boobs.
Yep. Everybody got it. Lockbeard, Donna, Dale.
And that, by the way, is Bob Gimlin, and we know him personally. Really nice guy.
In fact, God willing and lockdowns don't happen, we are going to be with Bob at a Bigfoot conference.
In October.
We'll be speaking in October. And
either as co-guests or as just going to be part of it.
Yeah. But it it's in Yakima, Washington.
That's my hometown, where I grew up across the street from the house that Roger Patterson used to live in.
Yep, exactly.
What is that? If that was part of the Kevin Bacon game, how would that connect me with Roger Patterson?
No.
I know the people across the street knew him, and I knew them because they were our next door neighbors. Therefore, I'm separated from Roger Patterson by 2 degrees.
Yeah, so everyone knows the Patty film. Probably the most famous film ever of Bigfoot. And this one's been diagnosed and looked at and dissected and frame by frame. And there's some way better videos than this. This is the original video.
Is this what you watched at the movie theater when you were 7 years old?
Kind of. It was clearer in the movie theater, but this is probably a VHS copy of the original film. So, but anyway, a lot of people don't know there was many minutes of this video before they saw the Bigfoot. And you can see it here. I think it jumps into that video there. So this is Bob on his horse. They were out in the area, and there's like a lot of video that a lot of people's never seen. And then, of course, he catches the Bigfoot. And you get the Fabants look back right there. Boom! There's that.
I have that on a variety of shirts.
Yeah.
And patches.
Yep. So,
Oh, Donna, we wish we could stay for the Whitehall event, but
I would love to.
we have family that
We-
really needs us right
we've
now.
got some family problems we got to get back to Oregon for. So I'm sorry, but we are headed back this direction next
at some
spring
point.
sometime. So
Just locked us in, man.
no, I didn't. We're going to be doing an event next spring in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So that's not too far that way. We'll see. Anyway, this is we're talking about the Patterson film here. Like I said, it's been diagnosed a million times. If you get a chance, go to Amazon, look up a book. It's called, it's written by Bill Munns. I can't say it was Munns. The name of the book is When Roger Met Patty. I almost said it backwards. The book's called When Roger Met Patty by Bill Munns. Bill Munns was the person that Roger Patterson's wife, after Roger passed away, let him, for the first time, take the original film and take digital photos of every frame by frame. And he was also, he worked in Hollywood, and he was a monster creator. That's what he did. He did special effects and monster creation. And after he looked at this film frame by frame by frame,
digitally
enhanced, he said there was no way that was a costume. It couldn't be done in 1967. In fact, I think when he looked at it, it's
in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I can't remember exactly when, but it was later, like the 80s or 90s. And he said even in the 80s and 90s, they couldn't do it. Impossible. So I have always, after reading that book, been a contender. Did I say stuff right? My words aren't working tonight. Anyway, I am an advocate that this is a real Bigfoot film.
Yep.
Without a doubt. It's the
this is like the flagship of the Bigfoot fleet.
It is. It really is.
It's the mothership. This is where all Bigfoot enthusiasts go.
Yeah.
All roads lead to Patty.
It is. All roads lead to Patty.
Oh, that sounds like a great book title.
I know. I
don't know what kind of book that would be, but I come up with great book titles, and I sit down to like actually write a book. I go, not so much.
Yeah, and Judy Wheeler just posted. M.K. Davis did a lot of work on this film too. You always have to mention him. I know that Bill Munns was the first one to get the digital photos, but M.K. Davis took the digital photos and did stuff with them. That was pretty awesome.
Maybe we could do a show. Maybe we could do a show on their work at some point.
Oh, we probably could.
There's an idea.
So, what's your feelings? We did get when I posted the video this morning on YouTube, the one we just kind of skimmed through. I did get a comment this morning. Actually, it was on BitChute, not YouTube, but a gentleman mentioned that I forgot one, and that was the Yosemite video of the family of Bigfoot walking down off the mountain in front of the geysers and behind some buffalo. And
I haven't seen that.
We could do a whole video on that one.
Well, there we go. We got at least 2 more shows out of that.
Yep. So, what you think? Got any questions in the chat? Throw them in there. And we are into the Q&A section of our show. And yes, Judy, Patty will live forever. Ever and ever and ever and ever. So
Donna mentions we could write a book about our travels to Patty. That would imply that at some point in our future, we're going back to California, which is not something that we are foreseeing anytime soon.
not with $5 a gallon gas right now.
$5. It's over $6 now.
Is it?
Yes. Oh, it was that we lived in California for, I don't know, 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the highest we saw it there was like $4.50, and it has almost, it's just absolutely. And that was in the mountains. So if it's $6 down in the big cities, it's going to be $7-8 a gallon in the mountains.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting some suggestions for some shows. Do one on sounds. We actually did one on sounds, Renee, with Dr. Hansen.
Yes, you should go back and watch
Go
the
back
show.
and watch that one.
I think you actually missed that one. I can't remember why, but go back and watch that one. It was absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
What a professional choir guy can tell you about Bigfoot sounds.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And I just had another idea. Oh, yes. And Donna, I did get your photos. I just found them today that you sent me on Facebook through our Squatch America channel Facebook thing, messages, which somehow I miss checking those very often. I'm terribly sorry about that. I should do that more often. And I don't get alerts that I got messages.
You need to change your settings.
I do need to change those settings. So there's that. I did get your photos, and we would like to chat with you about that too. Maybe we could get you on a show. And
we know you're not camera shy, so
we can go through those photos with you and talk about it.
Yep.
Live.
By the way, if any of you remember this is something that you don't know. If you remember, probably a year and a half ago, we had a guest on our show, Christy Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
She is going back. Hold on, you can answer Renee in just a minute. She is going back into Oregon Bigfoot country this weekend with all sorts of thermal and blah blah blah, all the tech,
all the things.
And I told her that we would have to have her back on as like a Zoom guest or whatever.
Yeah.
So
we can use this now.
Yes,
but,
whatever. What would actually have her here talking, because she is absolutely riveting. You all, if you haven't seen our friend Christy Sanders, and she's actually a Squatch America partner there.
Yeah, she
doing
is.
research
She's
for us.
She's one of our researchers, we can say that. And we've been partners with her for a long time.
Yep. She's just brilliant to listen to. So, yes, Renee, we do have a Rumble channel.
We do have a Rumble channel, but we do put stuff up on Rumble too. But
we're just getting going with that.
We're just getting going, and Rumble.
They have to approve your videos.
Yeah, they have to approve it. It's weird. I'm much happier with BitChute. So we're gonna put I'm gonna put a lot more stuff up on BitChute. We just have a few videos up right now, like 2 or 3, because we're just getting into it. But we're working on that. Now that we have a affiliate sponsor thing, we can actually make money on BitChute, because I don't think they have a monetization system yet, but we never made a lot of money on YouTube either. So that'll work. That'll work. We're going to do that. And plus we're in it for not money. I meant, if we were in this for the money, we would have quit a long time ago, but like 5 years ago. But we're in it for Bigfoot and for the research and for the
connections
and the connections. And like I said in the beginning, we've been trying to bring Bigfooters together for a long time, because there's a lot of infighting and blah, 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 blah and stuff. And I think we need, as Bigfooters, to come together, even if we don't agree with each other. We don't have to. But we're all looking for the same goal, basically.
Spirit being portal creatures, and let's look at the science. People can all play in the same sandbox.
Oh, Papa, I need to get you on too, but I think you're definitely. Okay, check BitChute. Thank you, Judy. Yeah, BitChute, we're on there.
Yeah.
And we're on here.
You know what would be fun? Papa is in La Grande.
We're going to be in La Grande. Maybe we can
Bring our cameras.
Bring our cameras over and we'll sit down and have a conversation with you, Papa. Okay. Deal?
There's no better video than the Alberta, Canada footage with the family near the river. Can't fake that size in the ground it covers. From the distance, it's legit 9 foot plus. Do you know what that?
Yeah, that's the one we looked at.
Oh, which one?
Let me back it up.
Was it the cockroach one?
Yeah. The one you called the cockroach one. It was number 4. So let's bring that up again.
John, before that plays, John, go back in our history of videos. And by the way, good to see you. It's been a while since you've been with us. Look for the show that has guest Dr. Christopher Hansen. It was all about sounds and vocalizations. And honestly, without him, it would not have been a great show.
Yeah, and what it was we
should link that one in our show notes or make a card for it, because that was one of the best shows we ever had.
Yep, it was Bigfoot Sounds, and it was actually broken down by a vocal professor who works with vocalizations, as in choirs, as in singing, as in stuff, and he's got a better ear than most people could ever hope to have. And the thing about when we did that show is we did not send him any of the audio beforehand. What he listened to was he's listening to for the first time. And he was listening to it along with everyone else. Yeah. So then analyzing the tone and the timbre and the vibrations and blah, 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 blah. So here's the, let's see, we got this here. It says, you want to read that again? There's no better video than the Alberta, Canada footage with the family near the river. You can't fake that size in the ground it covers. From the distance, it is a legit 9 foot plus. Are you sure this is the right one? This is the right one. And you can tell me, 1R, if this is what you're talking about. This is what you're talking about. Back to, oh, it stopped. Was that it? Yeah. So, oops. Oh my gosh, I'm ruining everything. You are clicking all the wrong buttons. I know I am. I'm a horrible person. Anyway, yeah, legit 9 foot tall, and I've heard that before. That this one was actually right up there with Patty. I've heard a lot of people break that down. Yep, and she said that was the one. Yep. Okay. Is there more to that video than what I think there is? I'm not sure. That's all I have. Scanning the interwebs, looking for it. So. Okay, we are down to 6 minutes. What? We got 6 minutes left. All right. So coming up. We are going to be traveling really hard the next 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. Yeah. Pink. We will be in Meridian the first week of October. So there you go. Tell anyone who you think needs to know. Yes. Yeah, we are, we're leaving Maine Monday, and because I got my new glasses, and I can see out of them, and I don't fall down when I wear them. So that was the last thing we were waiting for. So we're gonna make a bolt for Oregon, across the United States. We are doing a show next week. Like I said, Donna, we might be able to get you on because we'll have a day off in somewhere wherever we'll be. Are you sure? Yep. Okay. But the week after that, we are probably not going to do a show, or we'll pre-record one and post it, because I got a couple days to do that. We can do that, because that's going to be a travel day where we're traveling every single day. We're not stopping. So Or we could do a live from the truck while we're driving.
No.
Nope. So there's that. And then we're going to be in Oregon for a while. So we want to meet up with all you Oregonians. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think. Keep your photos and your reports coming. We've got a few reports in that I haven't talked about yet, and we're going to be getting on those. Some interesting ones.
Make sure you go to our website, buy all of your merch, and go to our affiliate link for My Patriot Supply to start preparing for the what might be the unknown, but what most of us know is coming today.
Yep.
Make sure that you're prepared.
Exactly. So, link in the description, My Patriot Supply below. And like I said, go to our website, squatchamerica.com. And
Sorry, I don't know that.
That lovely echo thing
is in the background talking to us.
And I don't know why.
Yes. So, yeah, go to our website. There it is, squatchamerica.com. And as always,
our job is to
I lost it.
Our job is to investigate the unexplained.
Not to explain the uninvestigated.
So until next week, thank you for watching. Keep it squatchy.
You not got a lot of energy tonight, babe. You needed a bigger latte.
You know what? I need a bigger milk steamer and I need a new cappuccino cup, because an espresso cup to brew in, because we broke one.
All right, so
keep it squatchy
and go out and find Bigfoot.
Bye.
Bye.